Well, we started filming, really in 2019, just in terms of when I really got involved in the project and has been following it ever since. But I have a co-director named Darren McCarthy on this project who's really been part of the McGregor team, I would say going back to 2017. And so he had built this relationship and just had this presence in Conor's world inside and outside of the octagon. Going back that much time. Plus, you have in Conor like one of the most documented, highly sought after. The media endlessly covers him. So you had this great archive from which to draw. So again, the production probably from 2019 to the present day, but in terms of access, it goes back even farther than that. And that is what makes these things compelling. Is like you just have so much to draw from, probably hundreds of hours of footage, and ended up making, a 4-hour series out of it. I think he's a fighter, and, yes, he's had a lot of success. He's certainly made a lot of money and, accumulated a lot of fame. He's an international icon. And yet at his core, he's the same guy that he was when he had none of that, going back to Dublin and he was a kid and just trying to figure it out. He has this voracious appetite to compete and to be the best. And I don't think, at some point, sure, physically he won't be able to do it. He's, I guess, in fighting years, he's into his mid 30s. That's getting up there, but there's certainly been others who have gone on, done it for, longer than that. But Conor also has a work ethic that he's willing to do the work. And I've never been around him where he compromises on that. So I think there's more fighting to be done. And at some point there won't be. And yet the stage will change. But I think this guy is here to stay. I mean, he's prolific, he's ambitious. And like I said, he's willing to do the work. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah. So look, I think he's, like I said, he's ambitious. So he's certainly, one of Conor's gifts is like his resilience, like his willfulness. And I've worked with other athletes, and Tom Brady has told me many times, he's like, it's not the 7 Super Bowls that I won, it's the 3 that I lost, because it's from those that I learned the most. And that, I went back and I questioned, like, why did those happen? And I tweaked it and kept on going. So I think that is the thing that makes, there's been losing in the last few years. Like there's been some tough losses. But Conor is the one who says, you don't get into this game if you're afraid of losing. And so I think he also says, like for him, the game is 100% mental. And so it's a mental thing. Like he's trying to figure it out. And I think that is the thing that makes, some people great. And it's that ability to constantly be, deconstructing. Okay. And how do I get better? And, I think that's the thing that's part of Conor's DNA that'll sort of push him. By the way, he's 34 years old. There's a long life ahead of him. Who knows how many more years inside the octagon, but, there's, I think, a lot for him left to accomplish, and he's willing to do the work to get there. There's this moment after the Khabib fight. So, he fought Khabib, I think it was in 2018 or something like that. And it was possibly the most hyped fight in the history of UFC. And then afterwards, so he loses, and afterwards, like there's all this chaos inside the octagon, like, typical Conor McGregor UFC chaos, like people climbing in the ring, fights outside the ring, all that sort of stuff. He gets hustled back to the locker room, and, there's Dana White comes in, and everyone's talking about like, oh my God, all the stuff that happened after the fight. And Conor says, I lost. That's the only thing that matters. That's that, he says. And he has this ability to just like remove himself actually from all the noise and just focus on what matters, which for him is like, okay, how do I take this loss and sort of turn it into success? What I learned from this. And I thought like, for all the noise that's always surrounding this guy, self-generated, most of it, he does have this presence, this ability to not be distracted, to just focus. And that's a unique gift. And I think, one of the main reasons for his success.
Thanks for watching the You Interview channel. With over 3,000 original celebrity videos, We have one of the largest collections of celebrity interviews anywhere. So remember to like and comment on our videos and subscribe to the channel. If you want to get more involved, you can become a member of the channel. Membership has its perks. You can see exclusive celebrity videos and get the opportunity to ask our celebrity guests questions. We can't wait to hear from you.